Raise your hand.
Shoulder. Yeah. Yes, like
Sir.
that. Just do like that. Move back. Move back. Go. Make sure you are contact. You are contact with them.
Hello, boys. I need to make a confession that might sound crazy coming from a guy who spent years being a gym bro. I stopped going to the gym. Like I quit the traditional weight lifting grind and I started playing tennis. Now, before you think that I've gone soft, hear me out. It's not like I've given up on my physical tempo. It's about a massive psychological realization that I had about modern fitness. Most men in the gym today think they are building their masculinity. But the deeper I got into that world, the more I realized that modern gym has become an artificial and a highly feminine environment and also isolating. So I traded the iron for the cut because I realized that if you want to maintain a true sharp edge as a man, like you need to stop lifting in a vacuum and start competing in the real world. So let's look at what the gym has become. Walk into any commercial gym today, what do you see? It's a room full of mirrors, ring lights, people filming themselves for TikTok. It is an ecosystem built entirely on vanity and narcissism. Men are standing there listening to an audio loop in their headphone, staring at their own biceps. You understand? Like moving a piece of iron up and down in a predictable way. You get like there is zero cognitive use, no problem to solve, no external threat. So when I was training at the gym, I started noticing how hollow it felt. Like the traditional gym trains you to look the role, but it strips away the spirit of being a warrior. You understand? It creates what I call keyboard warriors or paper tigers. Men who look dangerous but have absolutely no reflexes, no strategic thinking. You understand? No ability to handle real world's unpredictable stress. Idle mind is the devil's playground. And spending 2 hours a day isolated in your own head, staring at a mirror in a fast track, is a fast track to mental stagnation. So that was when I picked up a tennis racket. And the second I stepped into that court, like my psychological frame changed. Tennis is not a gentleman's sport. It's a psychological warfare masquerading as a sport. When you are on that court, you are fighting like you are not fighting a static piece of iron that weighs the exact same thing on every rep. When you are on that court, when you are on the court, bro, you are fighting an active living warrior who is actively calculating how to exploit your weakness. The ball is coming to you at a very high speed, spinning, shifting unpredictably. You have to micro adjust your footing, your posture, and your power in a fraction of a second. You have to manage your breath, your stamina, and your emotional stability while losing the game, knowing that nobody is coming to save you. Like tennis forces you to develop kinetic intelligence and raw focus. It forces you to look. It forces you to look at another man in the eyes and outperform him strategically, mentally, and physically. It takes you out of the narcissistic loop of, you know, thinking how do my muscles look and forces you into the high quality reality of how do I win this battle. My guys, look at the physique of a high level tennis player. They are not bulky, bloated, and stiff. They are lean, explosive, dangerous, and highly functional. When men only lift weight, they become one dimensional. They have the golden handcuff of fitness. They look great, but they can't run a mile. Their joints are locked, and they have the reaction time of a statue. Understand? So tennis made me multidimensional in the sense that it gives a physical edge. It gives you this elite cardiovascular endurance, raw ability, raw agility. Something that traditional lifting can never replicate. Another way tennis would make you multidimensional is it gives you a strategic mind. You learn how to read human being. You watch your opponent's shoulders, his grip, his eyes. You learn to anticipate his next move. You understand? You learn to anticipate his next move before he even makes it. This is a direct translation to business negotiation leadership. Another way tennis would make you a multidimensional man is it gives you accountability. In the gym, if you have a bad workout today, you can just slide the weight back onto the rack and go home. But on the court, if you slack, you get publicly humiliated. You get publicly embarrassed by your opponent. The court demands immediate accountability. So I'm not telling you to never pick up a dumbbell again. You need resistance training to maintain your frame and to protect your bone density. I still use calisthenics and targeted lifting to keep my foundation solid. But the lesson here is where you invest your masculine energy. Like stop assuming standing in front of a mirror, pumping your chest is enough to make you a capable man. If your entire fitness routine is built around vanity, you are failing the blueprint. You need to introduce real world competition into your life, whether it's tennis, martial arts, boxing. Get out of the mirror, find an environment where you can win, where you can lose, where you can test your reflexes, where your mind is focused to sharpen attention under pressure. The world has enough men who look the part but can't execute when the pressure hits. Don't be a paper tiger, don't be a keyboard warrior. Build a body and the mind that are actually optimized for real world dominance. If you're ready to step away from soft surface level trend of modern culture and to build a powerful multidimensional lifestyle, let's get to work. Apply for my one-on-one mentorship program using the link in the description. You look at your fitness, your mindset, and freedom to build a bulletproof blueprint. Tap in. I'll see you on the court on the inside.
So stay with right.